Welcome back to the pod you're looking for. I'm Josh. This is Sam. We have another super summer on top of us, don't we?
2 in a row, dude.
We do.
Man,
we do. We're about to have a repeat next year, too.
I'll tell you what, 3 years in a row of super?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yep.
That's something.
It is. Supergirl just dropped. We're going to be talking about that today.
Yeah, dude.
We have a few DC-related games that we're going to be playing.
Yeah, dude. It's the week of DC.
Yeah, just a lot of fun stuff with
They
that.
get 1 week.
1 week.
Just one.
That's it. One singular week.
It actually feels like if that were the case, they did pile a lot into this one. So,
yes.
Hey, we got a lot to discuss.
Yes, we do. We're going to kick it off with some Galactic Transmissions.
We haven't done it in the beginning.
We haven't.
Usually these movies have been so hyped that we've been saving the news pieces for the end. But
yes.
We just have to dive right in.
Wasn't hype enough.
I mean, hey, it's all kind of DC with the exception of a couple things. I mean, it's pretty much all DC today.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Supergirl just came out. We got a couple of news drops and big projects on the horizon. So let's see what James Gunn is cooking.
Yes, real quick as well. Quick promo for both our Discord and our merch.
Yeah,
if you
man.
Want anything? Got the fresh Fantastic Four pod you're looking for.
This is not merch.
No,
we didn't want a copyright issue. We didn't want the people, the powers that be, to come after us.
James Gunn himself.
I figured I'd skip
hunting you down.
Yeah, but we got some other stuff though on the horizon. I'll tell you what, we got a couple designs. I don't want to leak too much because we know how these data miners are trying to figure out what our next merch drop is. We're cooking up a couple Spider-Man Brand New Day things that we're excited about. We haven't had a merch drop in a couple weeks, but we're
right. And the main man's working on stuff too.
The main man himself, Drew Whipple. We're getting whippled again. It's a little July edition of getting whippled.
Dude, I can't wait to tell the story next week. Should I not even say it now?
I would say it now because they're not going to watch. It's
okay.
Fun.
All right.
Yeah, I would say it.
We're obviously like prepping. Duck Takes we're happening. We're recording with them 2 days from now.
Yes, as of this recording.
And that episode will be out next Monday from when you're hearing this. And I was listening to their podcast the other day, and they had hung out. They're good friends with Drew Whipple.
Yeah.
And they had hung out with them. And on their podcast, they mentioned it, and they go, yeah. So Drew was telling us somebody came up with being whippled.
Yeah.
He was like, somebody came up with being whippled. And immediately, like, I'm driving. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's us.
Because again, it's cool that they're coming on our podcast. Obviously, that's insane.
Yeah.
But the fact that like indirectly they maybe didn't realize it, but they were talking about us.
That's so funny.
Because like we have a DM to prove it from Drew. It was just so funny.
It's even more funny to me that just Drew got such a kick out of it.
I know.
Because we weren't even trying to be that funny. We were just like, we got whippled. I was stunned that we were the first person to even say that.
I know.
That just seems like such a
yes.
A serve.
Yes. But it was enough that I was able to be like, oh, that's not something we said. That was 100% us. Right? It had to have been.
Yeah. Yeah, we got whippled.
Maybe.
Because when we said that, he messaged us. He was like, I like that, dude. I haven't heard that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
how funny is that?
That's funny. That is funny. We'll have to bring that up.
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. But not to tease, but we have some Spider-Man Brand New Day stuff, and then this is the first time I'm mentioning this. We got a little Breaking Bad shirt that I designed a couple weeks ago that I think we're about ready to. Now that the heat of the summer, it feels like everywhere is Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think we're gonna drop that.
Dude,
that'll be just kind of like a sudden drop.
Yeah.
There's no big Breaking Bad thing that's out or anything, or no anniversary or anything. But I feel like that's just like a fun thing to drop while everyone's just sweating bullets.
Season 6, they're all coming back.
Whew. Hey. You never know. But I think that's, So that does it for all the announcements. But yeah, do you want to go into Galactic Transmissions?
Yeah.
All right. What do we got? You
and I are both big Pirates fans.
Big Pirates.
And also big fans of Sea of Thieves.
Oh, my goodness.
We just got an announcement, which I thought it was going to be a fake one.
Yeah.
They're doing a Sea of Thieves movie directed by Destin Daniel Craig. How crazy is that?
The marriage of two titans.
Yeah.
Man, dude. I'm excited about that. I wonder what angle he takes.
Me too. I read the headline and I was like, oh no. I saw a Sea of Thieves movie and I went, oh no.
Right.
And then I saw who was directing it and I went, oh.
And also that it's live action. It's not like an animated adaptation. This isn't like a Mario Bros. Movie situation. This is real people.
Can you imagine the action?
Oh my gosh.
Here's what I want. Just make it a Pirates movie. Don't make it like, oh, this in the game, this and whatever.
Don't make piracy the backdrop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I will say the burning blade on screen would be nuts.
Oh, that's got to be a post credit.
Can you?
That's got to be the sequel.
That's the
burning blade.
It's just like
here's the thing: the Sea of Thieves lore. I know that it's there. Mm-hmm. It's definitely there. But like whenever we play Sea of Thieves, it was always either just repeat the Pirates of the Caribbean missions or just free roam.
Yes.
Like we've never really kept too close.
It's just a Pirates game.
There's a story in there. We haven't done it.
No.
You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like you're just there to have fun and shoot cannonballs at people. But like,
which is what I want to see on screen.
Right.
Just make it super sick.
Yes, I'm almost fine if this is just like a 2.5 hours of just like of just like pure piracy.
Non-Jack Sparrow Pirates movie.
Yeah.
But like under a different brand name. That's fine.
Now what's interesting is as long as the 21st century has existed, there hasn't been like a mascot for pirates outside of Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
I wonder if this movie is good enough that it offers us a new representation of like modern pirate cinema. I wonder if we walk away from this having a new like go-to hero that we look to and we're like, I think pirates movies, I think that. I wonder if it ever reaches that, or if it's just live action One Piece. You know, you have your live action pirate stuff, and it's just kind of that. I wonder. Yeah. We'll have to see.
We will. But I'm a big fan of that headline.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What else do we got?
You want to take us through the Endgame thing?
Yeah. So apparently, it's not just Avengers Endgame when it re-releases this September, October. When is it coming out? November, something like that.
End
yeah,
of
this
September.
fall. It's September. Yeah. Apparently, it's going to be called Avengers Endgame Encore. So it's completely rebranded. Mm-hmm. This just furthers the whole thing. I mean, we talked a couple weeks ago. I think the ending of this movie is different than what we got in 2019. Yeah. I think they changed some things. Like I don't even think they just added a post-credit scene that teases Doomsday. I don't even think they like added just like a Russo brothers special announcement in the beginning, Tom Cruise Top Gun style. I think this is like a full-on. The movie is different. Mm-hmm. I think the movie ends differently than it did the first time. I think this is a different.
Wouldn't be surprised
movie.
At all. Yeah.
I'm expecting a completely different movie experience.
Mm-hmm. Can I read you? This is official. They said,
please.
It includes a custom intro, additional new footage, special end tag for Infinity Vision and IMAX releases as well.
Okay.
Then there was also a second headline in conjunction with that saying the Russo brothers are also quietly working on another Avengers project that isn't Doomsday or Secret Wars. There's just a whole lot.
Like presently developing it. Or like thinking about it.
Well, the way it said was quietly working on it.
So you think it's Encore? You think it's this?
No.
Oh.
I think this is a separate thing. I was just throwing that in.
Oh, interesting.
Too.
This is a different news piece.
Yeah, sorry. I threw that all in one. It was just one news thing where I saw both of those things.
Sure.
Anyway.
I mean...
That's a lot to take in. At
this point, as long as they're willing to do it, I think if there is an Avengers project on the slate, they should be at least producing it. Mm-hmm. I think that the Russo brothers should be tied to every Avengers-related thing going forward, or any Marvel movie with the word war in it. You got Civil War, Infinity War. You got Secret Wars. You got.
What's the next one?
Encore, which rhymes with
Encore War.
Encore War. Any Avengers project, I think the Doomsday, the Russos should be tied to it. I think that it's one and the same at this point. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's hard for me to imagine. I remember we liked Destin Daniel Cretton. When he was announced as the original director when it was Kang Dynasty, I cringed a little bit because I was like, I just don't know if anybody else should be tied to these things. You know what I mean? I just don't know.
Well, that's a big scale for him to go to.
It is, dude.
I like him taking these, not niche things, I don't mean to say that, but like specific things and tackling that.
Yeah, some directors are just,
it's hard to manage all these moving parts.
You look at the NFL, some offensive coordinators are great offensive coordinators. Yes. It doesn't mean they should be a coach. You know what I mean? And then they become the coach and they get fired because they stink as the coach, and then they go back to being an offensive coordinator and they're back to the top of their game. Some of these directors are just better in minute sample sizes, like you're saying. The Russo brothers are not that situation. I think anytime the Avengers come up, they should be tied to it. So that's good news to me. But we'll have to see with Encore what happens there. I'm expecting a different outcome than we got in 2019.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Past just a post-credit scene that teases. Mm-hmm. I'm expecting something that like warrants a re-release.
Yeah. Totally agree. We also got a lot of DC news coming out of, I think they did some sort of like, not convention thing, but something where they were just dropping a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, they just kind of woke everybody up with a bunch of news.
There was just a lot of things that came out.
Yeah, man.
Some of the cooler things, though, is I don't claim to be a comic guy at all, so I'm not going to pretend to be like overly knowing that.
No, but I'd give yourself more credit. You're aware. You're aware of what's going on.
Yeah. And one of the things that I would love to check out has been Absolute Batman. Yeah, and that's one I've been like, I think I need to get into this soon.
Taking the world by storm.
Right. Dude. They just announced they're doing a live-action Absolute Batman show that's in development.
Gosh, dude! I think this is the fastest adaptation from a book that we've had in like DC.
Yeah.
I mean, you have even like Woman of Tomorrow, like Supergirl. Like it's been pretty close. Absolute Batman just came out like within the last year.
Yeah.
Like this is a recent project, and people are going nuts for it. So this is like no surprise. But man, what a satisfying announcement!
I think that's great.
I'm so fired up.
How
dude.
cool is that?
Oh my gosh! And it's such a unique spin on the universe. I mean, Joker's like a straight up demon.
Yeah.
Robin is like crazy. Catwoman's nuts. Like Batman is freaking like hulked out. It's Bane is enormous. It's nuts.
Yes.
I can't
and
wait.
what a perfect way to do it with animation.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of just let anything go loose.
Yeah,
you don't
right.
have to pull your punches at all. You can kind of just go for it.
Yeah.
Which I'm all in on.
For real.
My question to you is, should I try to read it before watching the show, since there is going to be a time period?
Well, I'm not going to sway you or myself one way or the other. I'll say I haven't read it either.
Okay.
I know basically what's going on. Like I know what what to expect from the characters, like appearance wise, because every time they're announced, like it's like a crazy take on the character. But I know just as much in terms of like consuming the project as you do. So if you decide to, let me know, because I looked on Amazon. It's like $20 for the whole thing, or $25 for like the first chapter of it, the first omnibus or whatever it is. $30.
Really?
Yeah, I might have been looking at a used copy, but hey,
Dude, I would low-key be down.
dude, you know what I mean? If I can
That would
find
be
the time,
fun.
I'll happily read that. Yeah,
That would be fun.
Heck yeah,
Maybe
dude.
I will.
Yeah. You know what else you got to get into? You got to read, because I think this is where they're going with the Reeves universe. You got to read the Court of Owls comic,
Oh, really?
the Batman Court of Owls
I know
comic.
you've said that a lot, actually.
Oh, it's so good. I think that's where they're going. I don't think it's going to happen in this sequel, but I think that by the time the trilogy is done, I'd be stunned if the Court of Owls don't appear. They've already kind of referenced it in like Penguin and this and that, but like it's about this whole like the underground to the underground of Gotham. Like, what if the people that were pulling the strings had people pulling their strings?
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. And in the first Batman, they talk about like, oh, the corruption, it's like deeper than you could have ever imagined. Like it doesn't. It like as deep as it goes, you think like it's there's always somebody like in a darker corner pulling the strings.
Yeah.
It's a really cool take on Batman, and
That's cool.
Probably one of the more intimidating villains, because it's kind of like an Illuminati type. Like you don't know who they are, and that's why they're scary. There's no person that you can point to and be like them. You know what I mean? The threat is everywhere. It's cool. But I would read that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
But yeah, dude, excited. It wasn't just Absolute Batman though, right?
No, what was the other thing?
Well, we had, I think it's like there's like a Joker thing and then a crypto thing, right? We're getting a crypto show, a crypto cartoon, and then we're getting an animated, what is it? It was like Absolute, it's something Chaos, right? What was it called? Joker?
Oh, was this? Oh, was it a separate one? 'Cause
Yeah,
there was also a trailer for season 2 of the other thing that I haven't
Oh,
seen.
yes. Well, what was that? That
Okay.
was something, I haven't seen that either. What was it? What's that one called? Nightfall or no, not Nightfall?
No.
Gosh, wow. Exposing. I'm exposing myself.
Hold on. Let me pull up DC news.
Yeah. Caped Crusader?
Yes.
Yes.
Good job.
That was it.
Good work.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's why you wear the shirt. The ball has to come to you at some point.
How do you think we'd do? Do you ever see like those? You ever watch the Fellow game shows? How do
Yeah.
you think we would do in those? I think I would get fried. I'll be honest. I am so bad at thinking quickly on my feet like that.
I don't even think, you know what?
I feel like you'd be really good at it. Is why I partly bring this up.
I'd be good enough. But
I think
the
you could do
thing
it.
is, I think the pressure, like even if it comes to me right away, it takes a second for it to just like get from here like out through.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it takes a second for it to actually like make its way out of my system. But I don't know. I'm always intrigued. Have you ever tried to like watch it and see if you could like guess it before they do?
Yes, I have.
Have you? Have you been? And it doesn't go well.
He's interesting because some of the questions he'll ask, I'm like, I have not a single clue.
And
the
some
other
of the-
ones, it's obvious.
And they don't know.
Yeah. And
you're
you're like,
what
so
the
where
heck's going
is
on?
my, like,
Yes,
I
exactly.
don't understand where the lapse is, but
Yeah, right. I think I'd be middle of the pack. I think I
think I could survive a couple rounds.
I'd get to like the respectable, like anyone here, respect. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I'd probably crap the bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ones I for sure know is whenever they put up, like, he'll do sometimes, like, the images, it's like what's missing.
Oh.
I nail those.
Really?
Yeah.
Those stress me out.
Yeah.
You know what I can do is the real zoomed in ones. The one where it's like 2 pixels. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's Batwoman. You know what I mean?
Yes. Anyway, there's those things.
Cape Crusader season 2 is coming out.
Yeah, that's
and it
coming
looks
out.
very good.
Uh-huh.
And I believe Joker's in it, and they're like they're really expanding the universe. Now I haven't seen the first season, but I hear good
haven't.
things. And I don't know. I think the reason I haven't seen it is not because I wasn't interested. Nobody I know has seen it,
Yes.
so I felt like I had nobody to talk to it to talk about it with.
I'd watch it.
Again, same with Absolute Batman. If you decide to dive in, I'll
Right.
do it.
The thing that looks even better to me of all of them,
There's always a bigger fish.
there is always a bigger fish. the Batman Nightfall trilogy they just announced,
Yeah,
animated trilogy.
dude. Oh my goodness.
Holy, that looks unreal.
Have you ever been into the animated DC movies? Because I can't honestly say I have.
No, not enough.
I watched the
I know a
Killing.
lot of people swear on some of them.
Yeah, like
but there's a lot.
There's a
It's
what is
big
it?
catalog.
Flashpoint. The Flashpoint Paradox is a big one. There's like a Justice League one.
Yep.
There's something with Apocalypse. That might be the one. I know that there's like the Dark Knight Rises, or I'm sorry, the Dark Knight Returns is a big one. Yeah, right. I saw The Killing Joke.
Okay.
And I remember I read the book, the comic book, growing up a couple times. Loved it.
Yeah.
The movie stunk. Like
Okay.
they added some stuff that was just a little weird. But it was great to have like Kevin Conroy back as Batman and Mark Hamill back as Joker. But I've never admittedly like lived and died by the animated stuff. Mm-hmm. Now again, like the further we get into like, I mean, you got me into Invincible and welcomed me into like this whole new kind of area of comic book storytelling that I wasn't really familiar with up until this point. I never grew up on anime. My animated like nerd shows growing up were always the Star Wars ones, so it was always like 3D animation. Mm-hmm. But now that like you've gotten me into Invincible, like I'm kind of like looking at these like Marvel animated stuff. I watched X-Men 97 and caught up on the X-Men stuff last year when that came out 2 years ago. So it's like now that like I'm kind of like I dipped my toe in, now I'm kind of like starting to be like, all right, what else have I missed? You know what I mean? But I admittedly didn't grow up on these animated DC things.
Yeah.
I don't
Can
know.
I put that out as like a question? If people have some suggestions for that, I like to feel like I know the like flow chart of like these are all one universe here. This is how you should watch through this. I wish I knew.
Right,
because I don't really know.
I've heard that some of them are connected, but I have no idea which ones, and I don't know
some
like,
are stray totally too. So I don't really know.
Yeah.
Where do I start?
Hey, if anybody has any tips or tricks,
anyone
let us
out
know.
there, say
yeah, please.
But it looks cool. There's things like Michael Mando is going to be in it. Things like that. Like
he's cool, dude.
Yeah, he rocks.
He's one of those people where it's like I feel like whenever he's confirmed to be involved in a project, it's like, all right, well, the quality level of this thing must at least be here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It must at least be this good. Because he's in it.
Right.
He's one of those people you can kind of trust the thing because he's involved.
Yes, it's not so niche. It's
You're right.
It's good enough. Yeah.
Right. I think he's one of those people who like selectively chooses his roles based on how good the project looks.
Yes.
And I trust things that he's in. So that kind of piqued my interest too. But
totally.
Yeah.
Speaking of choosing roles, the last piece we have is just that the DCU is looking to cast its Darkseid very soon, apparently.
Apparently an announcement's coming pretty soon.
Yes.
Yeah. I would not be shocked.
An announcement for it.
Well, I would not be shocked if in perfect James Gunn style, this person is not like a mainstream actor. Mm-hmm. I mean, Brainiac was like... The guy is...
Eidinger.
Yes.
Do you like that poll?
Yeah, Lars Eidinger. Yeah. Good stuff, dude. But
Eidinger.
He's somewhat mainstream now strictly because of Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Before that, everyone, like... The big question when he was announced was not... Why was not it was just who is he? You know what I mean? I have a feeling Darkseid could be similar. There's a couple like honestly, like I would love there's some like voice actors that are like known for like 3D motion capture performances that like I would love to see James Gunn kind of like give them an opportunity. Mm-hmm. There's some people with like killer voices that could really lend their talents to Darkseid that like I would love to see their take. That like they kind of fly under the radar because they're like, oh, it's just we don't need you because we're not making a video game here. I would love to see if we could get somebody from like one of those. I don't know, pull from that area of the industry.
Right.
But I have a feeling in James Gunn fashion, it won't be a name that we're like used to seeing. I'm sure it'll be a surprise.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Now, assuming it's mainstream, does a name come to mind?
Do you have one in your back pocket?
I would. You know what's funny? And
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, right. I mean, he just did such a good job in Mando. I don't even feel I'm just saying this like typecasting because of how he played Thanos, but I feel like even if he didn't play Thanos, Brolin would be my pick. Yeah. Now, I also think that like Javier Bardem could play a killer Darkseid.
Oh, interesting.
I think he could.
Dude, Josh Brolin has one of my favorite voices out there.
It's the voice. It's really just the voice.
His voice is so good.
Yeah, it's really just the voice. But you need somebody that kind of has that, like, he walks into a room and the room is full. Yes. Yes. And I don't know, but yeah. I would not force it. Don't force me to wrap my head around the casting. Just get somebody that, like, I don't care if I don't know them, but I want to be able to look at them and just, like, off-rip. Be like, oh, that's Darkseid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because James Gunn has done that. And then there's been some head-scratchers.
Yep.
Where you're like, oh, that's who's playing Krem. Oh, okay. You know, who? He's in prison right now. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like some head-scratching castings. I would love a guy where it's like he casts them and the news breaks and you're just like, well, hey, I guess I don't have to worry about how good Darkseid's going to be. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. No names come to mind?
No, not really.
Well, there you go.
Does that bring us to Supergirl?
I think it does.
Okay.
I think. All right, yeah, let's jump into Supergirl, dude. I'm rearing to go. I've been wearing this shirt for too long.
Let's do it.
I'm starting to sweat in it. Just thinking about Supergirl. You ready?
Our rating of Supergirl. 3, 2, 1.
4-1. I had to think about how honest I wanted to be.
I'll go 4-6.
People deserve honesty.
I'll go 4-6.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
This is the end.
You got another shirt I can put on? This is the end.
Review over.
What are your immediate thoughts? Spoiler free. Can I actually say with spoilers, I really think this is similar to Mando and Grogu, where it's like, what do you spoil?
Yeah, I totally agree. There really isn't. Let's just talk about it then non-spoiler this whole time. Unless we'll give it a little section.
Yeah.
If there's something you want to say.
Can I just break the? Actually, can I? I never want to do this for people. Can I just break the one spoiler for people?
What?
I'll say it, and you tell me if I need to cut it out.
Okay.
David Corn sweats in this more than you think.
No, that's not a spoiler.
That's the one big takeaway.
That's fine.
That's like the one big takeaway. Everything else that you deduced from the trailer in terms of like quality or plot, like that's what the movie is. David Corn sweat is surprisingly present in this movie. Mm-hmm. That's it.
You know what is not present in this movie?
Quality.
I was going to say, a good story.
Good story.
A good story.
Yeah.
The biggest problem here is not anything specific of like this one direction that they went with this thing or or that. The story just isn't there.
Yeah, it's just
there
not
just
present.
Is nothing really.
Yeah, what's up with that?
You don't really get to know Supergirl on a much deeper level.
No.
Everything that they do with flashbacks is fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so good.
On a bigger level, but even as just like understanding who this girl is.
Right.
It's great.
It's awesome, dude. Millie and no amount of hate that I could hurl at this movie is in any way pointed at Millie Alcock.
No, of course not.
She's great.
It's not.
She's fantastic. In fact, biggest takeaway is, aside from, man, it's good to see David Corn sweat back as Superman, 2 years in a row, is, man, I mean, at least the movie's casted well. Yeah. I'll say that. I mean, I'll say for all of the issues I've had with James Gunn in the past, for all the issues that people have with James Gunn and DC in the past, like the issue that there is no problem with the casting in this movie. Like everybody, it makes sense that Jason Momoa was cast as Lobo. It makes sense that Millie Alcock is Supergirl. Like, and it doesn't just like make sense for this movie, but it's like also like I would love to see them again. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see Millie Alcock back. Now, I hope it's not in 2 more solo projects, and we'll get to that. But, like, the one no-doubter in this whole universe, as it's being kind of, like, sloppily put together, is that, like, at least whoever's being brought in, like, is playing their role to perfection. You know what I mean? At least every character feels like their character.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's not like, oh, you cast Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and so now it's like I have to buy that I'm not watching Brie Larson, I'm watching Captain Marvel. Like, I don't... It's
not a distraction. It's not... Right. It's like, oh, it's good.
I'm not familiar with these people,
That's
really.
not the problem here.
And even, like, the people you are familiar with, like Jason Momoa, it's like, I can't think of another person who could play Lobo. Mm-hmm. So it's like, even the people that, like, it might be hard to otherwise separate them from the role, like, it just makes so much sense to me that he's playing that character anyway, so, like... It takes away some of the suspension of disbelief. Mm-hmm. Now,
yeah, to your point, I mean, I don't even think from action was good.
It was great.
Some of the visuals were good.
Awesome.
It's just like it literally just what's going on is just not interesting at all.
Yeah,
and like I don't know how to say that because it's like again, I watched it and I was like, was there anything I thought was so obscenely bad? A couple small things.
Yeah, some things.
There's one thing.
Some moments. It's moments.
Yes, very specific.
Yeah.
Things you can look past,
mm-hmm.
for sure. But, like, it's just so meh with
Yeah.
like what's going on.
Yeah.
I feel like the problem the DCU has a little bit right now is, again, I liked Superman. I liked Superman.
I love it.
The gripe I actually have with Superman is I feel like the weakest part of it was what's going on in the story. And I don't mean the themes or the messaging. I mean literally what you're seeing happen.
Organization and layout.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how it unfolds.
Yeah, and just like the buildup of it fighting a clone of himself. And just
sure.
like things like that are just not, they don't hit for me as well. I mean, again, I still like the movie.
Yeah.
But I went and I go, David Cornsweet was perfect. Everything you gave me about his character, I loved. If I plucked him out and put him into a insanely good story, I would think it's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel the same thing here. They've got the characters, like, you know what I'm saying? Which is a hard thing to do. I feel like the stories we're getting right now, again, it's been 2 movies. The stories are not anything super special at all. And I see a lot of people comparing it to early Marvel.
I was going to ask you about that.
So
What
that's
would
an
you take?
interesting conversation. A lot of people are like stacking it up with Incredible Hulk. I just don't count that, but maybe I'm off. I almost always count the first 2 as Cap and Iron Man.
Well, I
but
think
I know
sure.
technically it is.
Sure, I think
Hulk,
yes,
but-
and I think the reason the comparisons have flamed up, in the general discourse recently is because you have a great entry with Superman, Iron Man, and then you have that dip down with Incredible Hulk, Supergirl. Like,
Yeah,
so
it's a fair-
It's the exact same
a fair
trajectory.
call.
You couldn't have scripted this any better.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the
Yeah.
exact same.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, that's very fair. So it's almost like what happens next.
Right.
Yeah, that's very fair. This is interesting. I would take Iron Man over Superman. I'll say that.
I would have to go back and watch Iron Man,
I love Iron Man 1.
but I remember enjoying it.
But they're both very
a lot.
similar. They are very similar.
They are. They're not.
I would give them about the same rating.
Yes. No, I would
just
too.
think
I think
the
they're both
story is
8 out
more
of 10s for me.
convincing right?
I think I would take yes. Yeah, I don't know, dude, because like the story for Superman is maybe a little bit more wacky than I would have liked from a Superman story, but like it works with what the DC is clearly being established as.
I just don't love that as much.
I don't
That's
either.
the thing that
I don't either, but also at the same time, like the first Iron Man is vastly different from like the tone that was set in the MCU by the time we got to Infinity War. So it's
For
like
sure.
clearly like this is a universe that's still trying to find its footing. It's so hard, but I think project to project, if you're looking at it not really for how it's setting up a universe, like people are analyzing it, under the guise of, and more just like what's a better project, I would take probably Iron Man over Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would say for all my gripes with Supergirl, I might take that over Incredible Hulk.
it's close.
It's very, very close, like very formulaically close to one another. But I would maybe take Supergirl.
I would probably too.
I think there's enough to like.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
think there is enough to enjoy.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's a good conversation.
But what were you saying before? You were just saying about like the people were comparing it to the.
Yeah, but I'll give you this, and I'm sorry, I'm totally off right
No,
now.
no,
but
you're good. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get you off track.
I think the best thing about the Snyderverse is the scale, the feeling, and how real it feels. I don't like that. I understand we want to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
I have never liked my superhero movies when their big blobbing alien comes down and this and that.
Too wacky.
I don't like it that way.
Yeah.
I like an amount of seriousness in it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why things like Iron Man 1 work so well for me. And I feel like that's why it doesn't work as well for me when it's like Superman, and again, I liked the movie a lot, so I'm not trying to dump on it. Mm-hmm. But like, there's big giant creatures outside, and they're swinging a baseball bat, whatever, and there's all these weird things going on, and it's just the whole movie's like that.
Sure.
It just, that doesn't hit the same to me.
Yeah. No,
And
get
I
it.
feel like the thing that frustrates me is we just got that kind of again in Supergirl with some of the same stuff. Not different, but then we're getting Superman next, Man of Tomorrow, and it's like I could easily see that being the same way, no? Mm-hmm. And it's just like it feels a little redundant. Whereas at
Yes.
least to the early MCU going forward, it was, yes, after those first 2 projects but Cap, Iron Man, and Thor all feel like very different movies to me. Like very different movies.
Sure. But I remember when Iron Man and Iron Man 2 came out, it's like you had 3 projects in the MCU and you only had 2, and 2 of them were Iron Man. And so people were like, is this all it's going to be?
Very true.
There's nobody who likes to hate James Gunn more than me.
Very true.
There's nobody who likes to be more of a devil's advocate to the DC than I.
No, you.
However, like, I will say, to give them credit, it's probably too early to tell. And
Fair.
I hope to God that the people in the round table that remain nameless and faceless, who run the DC, like who make the calls, who write James Gunn's checks. At the end of the day, I hope they give him enough of a chance to like see this through for another like 5 years, just so that we can be like, all right, well, it failed, but it failed because he actually reached his vision, and it still didn't look good. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, at this point, why not?
Now, I'll also say this: I think right now we're both sharing the same concern that the DCU is becoming too campy. Too ridiculous, like too settled into like we didn't just make the creative decision to put Superman's underwear on the outside of his costume. It's like we're making the whole universe feel like one big underwear on the outside of the costume. Like everything just has that same vibe.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
The next several projects, Lanterns, Clayface, the Batman Part 2. Again, I know it's Elseworlds, but and then I believe it's like Creature Commandos, another season of Creature. Like everything going forward for the next like year and a half is very tonally different from these 2 projects that we're highlighting right now. And so there's a part of me that's like, the next year is very important. More than how does the first follow-up to Superman play out. I'm more intrigued by, when we finally take a step away from Superman, what does this world look like? And it seems like each project not related directly to Superman has been given an opportunity to create its own tone and kind of ambiance to it. It has its own energy to it that's separate from Lanterns. It looks like it's not the best. It doesn't look like Superman, that's for sure. You know what I mean? While also retaining that connectivity. Like, Guy Gardner's in there. We see him in the trailer. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, it looks like tonally we're about to get a couple different pieces of the pie here.
Agreed, but here's the thing. The Batman Part 2...
By the way, I can't believe I'm defending this universe this much.
Yeah, I don't know. What is happening? Why? I'm trashing it. You're defending
I think it's the shirt.
What is happening?
I'm getting low on fuel, though, so it might switch in a second.
The Batman Part 2 is masking a lot of this for people because people keep bringing this up. This is not a James Gunn thing, though.
No, you're right.
At all. So let's not even think about it in that way. Yes, it's DC. This is entirely separate.
Yeah.
Lanterns is a TV show. It could be good. I'll see what happens with it. It's a TV show. You just don't know. Clayface, I've heard some people say that they almost think that could be a situation where that fits into the Pattinson universe. I don't know if that's real or not.
Interesting.
Have you seen people say this at all?
So people are thinking that Clayface
Some
is
people are
Elseworlds?
speculating that Clayface is part of that universe.
Oh,
not.
I
don't know if that's
Clayface
true
took
or
place
not.
in this.
It probably does. But that's just something I saw. I didn't know if that... I was kind of asking you slightly. I think that's totally false.
I would love Clayface in the Batman universe. Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
But regardless...
I didn't hear that, but that would be great.
The next big movie outside of it is...
Man of Tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right.
The same thing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And
that's a good point.
Now, what I'm interested to see is last year around this time, when we got the first Superman movie, they then announced right after Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I wonder if now that Supergirl's come out, if we get something for the following summer set as well.
Like 28?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
My issue is if that ain't one of the big, like, people, what are we doing?
That's a great point. And that's where all this is leading, and this is where I'm going to hop off the love and smiles train, and I'm going to hop back onto the hate caboose.
Thank goodness. I finally recognized my friend.
It's getting harder and harder for James Gunn and DC to willingly neglect the fact that people just do not care unless you're setting up the Justice League. And I don't say that as a diehard fan. I'm saying that as a general moviegoer. I'm not saying that as a diehard DC fan. As DC fans, you and I will be seated for Supergirl. We will watch Lanterns every week when it comes out. We will watch. We'll watch the Caped Crusader season 2. Like, we are seated for these things. You know what I mean? The fear is not with us. The fear is that for the general public that gives you the money that allows you to continue, those people don't give a flying rat's rear end about anything aside from Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. And you have to get them to care. You know what I mean? So my biggest problem has always been not that we're doing Supergirl, not that we just announced Swamp Thing, not that you want to dip your toe into the Authority, whatever the heck that is. My problem is that you're doing it now and not later. And I've always been of the, what I feel is a relatively sound mindset, that in order for people to be engaged in ideas that push the envelope like that, like a Supergirl standalone movie, you need to first build up your universe enough that when you decide to expand it in fresh, uncharted directions, people are like, I can't miss out. I didn't walk into Captain Marvel in 2019, 18, because I wanted to see Captain Marvel. I walked in because I cared so much about the MCU that the mindset was, no matter what happens here, I can't miss this for the larger scope of what's happening over here. And my fear with James Gunn is that he loves these little characters so much, these B, C, and D tier characters, that like he's willing to risk it all just to focus on them in hopes that like the movie will be good enough that the general public will just forget about everything they love about this universe and just hop on this random craps and giggles train with him and start loving these Supergirl projects and the Authority and this. Like, he's hoping that people just jump off the hype train and just like hop on with him. That it's like you're misplaced a little bit.
I totally agree with you.
It's misplaced.
Yep.
In order for people to care about something like Supergirl, you got to come out with Batman. You got to do Green Lantern. And which you're doing great. But you got like we've been hearing for 2.5 years. There is a script for The Brave and the Bold that is unfinished, that's sitting on my desk. I just read a draft of it this morning. We've been hearing this for 2 years. Where is it? Why is it not done? Why did we get Supergirl first? Why is there a Swamp Thing coming before freaking Batman? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care that Matt Reeves is doing his own thing. You can do this separate. And you can do it separate because people care about the character. That's what I'm saying. Like, the reason you can pull off 2 Batmen at once
cares about Batman.
is because everyone cares about Batman. You know what I mean? Like, you have to push the Flash, you have to push Aquaman, you have to push Cyborg, because those are the characters that when people like me and you were sat on Saturday mornings with their dads watching Justice League of America, like, those were the characters that we grew up loving. You know what I mean? Like, in order for me to care about Krem and Lobo, you gotta get me to see my childhood fantasies live on screen first, and then I'm roped in for all the other stuff. And they're doing it out of order. And it's going to start throwing people off. Mm-hmm. This movie's going to flop. And I hate that. Because it doesn't deserve it. Like, this movie also should have had the sensibility to come out 5 years from now. Mm-hmm. And not now. Mm-hmm. This is the opposite of Black Widow. Like Black Widow came out in 2020 instead of 2016 after Civil War. You know what I mean? You're doing it in the wrong order. And I just think James Gunn, even though he didn't direct Supergirl, this is clearly his thing. Mm-hmm. And he had an opportunity to really sit there and be like, all right, what's the correct order that we can release these things in? That, like, you can really slowly build up public sentiment around this universe after 20 years of people not trusting DC aside from Batman, to where when we take risks like this, people will be engaged. And it's like he looked at these things and he was like, but this is what I want. These are the characters that I love. And, like, that's all well and fine for diehard fans. But the average Joe Schmo is not James Gunn. You got to get him to care, and you're not. And I don't like that.
I do actually have a different reason for why James did it.
Okay.
Which may be even more problematic.
Sure.
The reasoning we got that Supergirl was the next thing originally was because it was the best available finished script he had.
Yeah.
That's was the reasoning he said.
Yes. He said, I'm not pushing any of these movies forward until the script is perfect.
So in my head, I went right then, okay. Okay.
This thing better be amazing.
Then it better be good.
Yes.
And I watch it and I go, yeah, the story sucked out loud.
Yeah, dude.
So I go,
yeah,
that was the best thing you had available.
Uh-huh.
That's mildly concerning.
Right.
No, sorry, it's not mildly. It's very concerning.
It's very concerning because clearly perfect in James Gunn's mind is not perfect to everybody else.
Right. I would have done it like they did last year with the Thunderbolts Fantastic Four thing. Mm-hmm. Have a Supergirl project in May. Oh. Have a bigger thing coming out in July.
That's
so
great.
That way it gets a little more masked. It gets like the hype behind the other thing.
Yeah.
And also having it before allows it to be like, okay, it wasn't great, but hey, we still have this.
Yeah, dude.
I think that would have helped a lot.
It would have, but that's
But
not
now
what
it's like, oh, it's a super summer.
Right.
And it's like, oh.
Yes. And now you're just sitting here and you're like, well, I guess, like you said, well, I guess we're getting Man of Tomorrow. But again, we still haven't ventured out. We still haven't.
It's the same deal. Same deal.
And I'm not talking venture out, give me a Hawkgirl movie. I'm talking venture out, give me one of the other core people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, especially not just to get that, but to get different looks.
Yeah,
I've seen
dude.
Hawkgirl now already. She feels like she's part of this Superman, what do you want to call it? Like...
Superverse. I just call it the Superman. It's a Superverse.
The Superverse. Yes.
Sure.
You want to feel like there is hubs. Like there's a pocket of these type of people. Of these people.
Yeah.
That's what makes it feel good when you can bounce around the universe. You want it's a universe. It's not a hub. Mm-hmm. You want everything to feel fleshed out.
Yep.
And I feel like there's not a single project that makes me feel like we're in different territory yet.
No.
At all.
No, it still feels very Guardians-esque.
Yeah.
And it works for certain characters. Like, if there is a comic line that gives that vibe, it is Woman of Tomorrow. But the problem is, like, that's not all DC is, and I couldn't help but sit there and watch it and think to myself, like, this is not DC, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, this is not DC in the sense of, like, not in the sense of, like, this is not what this movie should be for Supergirl, but, like, in the sense of, like, you're painting you're creating an expectation around, like, DC in general that, like, now people are expecting a goofy, happy-go-lucky experience out of a DC movie, and that's not what it's supposed to be. Like, this universe is supposed to give you emotion. It's supposed to be dark and gritty, and then it's supposed to be violent. It's supposed to have fantasy elements, and then go and dip into sci-fi, and then it's, like, deeply personal and human. And the expectations now is like it's just going to be like Superman, but give it a Green Lantern skin. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like that shouldn't be the expectation.
Right. I always grew up feeling like it was Marvel as the more fun thing, and DC was always that gritty, like we're getting down to it. This is very serious.
Yes.
Thing. And maybe that's just something that I like need to push aside, but I always felt that way. And I think the Snyderverse was never a funny thing at all. It was never funny. But it because of the fact it was a serious, like, we're going right into it. There is intense scale here. I feel like the thing that James Gunn is flubbing so bad right now is his movies are trying to be funny and giving you that lighter tone. Unfortunately, they are so unfunny.
Yeah.
The worst thing about Superman was how unfunny certain
is that it's
bits
unfunny.
Were.
Yep.
And this, like, really it does it. Mm-hmm. The reason I like Superman so much, too, was having those themes of the goodness and stuff. They tackle this type of stuff a little bit in Supergirl, but just not nearly enough to make me feel like, okay, but like I got this message from it.
That's a great point.
I'm worried about the humor thing going on. And especially the fact that I know this was not, I'm sure, written partly by him. I don't think he had as much influence on this as he did Superman, for sure.
But he pushes the movies forward based on how much he personally, individually likes the script.
But what I'm saying, even with that, is while that's the case, like, it still felt like that type of humor that he's been going for that doesn't feel good.
Yes. And
like, I could have easily thought that he just totally did everything for this movie.
You could have told me he directed this and I would have believed you.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean.
You're absolutely right. And I
like,
just think
Crypto's peeing on another thing again, and it's just
it's
like,
all
dude, I'm out of it.
Cheeky one-liners and like...
Yeah. And dude, stop with the peeing thing. What are we doing? Like
too much pee.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Where were you when there was too much pee? I mean, seriously, like they cut to Supergirl instantly, pretty quick in. Crypto's peeing on the newspaper, and then they cut over and she's finally starting to get into the story, and she is partially hanging out of the bathroom just like peeing right there.
And
you're
she's
like,
peeing.
what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing?
And then
why is that the gag?
Then the one girl that I can't remember her name, she sneaks into the one layer to get creme, and then the one guy...
And the guy's peeing!
He's peeing.
We've got a peeing problem in DC.
Give it a freaking rest, dude.
DC, James Gunn has a peeing problem.
This is a James Gunn thing.
It is.
If you scratch through James Gunn's Twitter, this is a James Gunn thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, James Gunn's all about the pee and
got a pee fetish?
And the wee jokes and he's kind of like that. He's like potty humor.
Wow.
He's like the high school guy that, aged up but the humor didn't.
Right.
It's all pee jokes, and it's
Right.
like, give it a rest, dude. Find something different. And I don't.
It's good, it's good, but add a pee joke and make my wife, kiss that guy.
Yeah, right. Building off of what you said, I don't like how the biggest laughs in the movie, because there were some, came from how bad the dialogue was.
Yeah, I didn't laugh at intentionally something that they were trying to make me laugh at.
And I need you to touch on this, or a needle drop or two, and how ridiculous it was.
My goodness.
And this is a James Gunn thing I am sick of. I am done. I'm done. Let me say this, and then please go in. If Batman gets adapted into the DCU, and he starts hitting people, and frickin' like Funky Town starts playing, I'm gonna be on Spectrum News, because it's just something bad's gonna happen.
But I wouldn't even be surprised. To be honest,
but that's what I'm saying. The expectation. It's like, well, of course this happened in a Supergirl movie, but now because you keep doing this, it's like now people just expect it from things that deserve more serious of a look.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is the needle drops in Superman I thought were great.
Batman's gonna frickin' like fly down on somebody and like pull them up by their neck with his zip line, and they're gonna play like "Livin' La Vida Loca" or something.
That was so. I had seen a clip beforehand from George Carmy, and he was talking about it, and he was like, I also love the way he talks, because he's just like,
very blunt.
I got to see Supergirl. It absolutely sucked.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yes. It's very just straight to the point.
He said worst needle drop of all time. So I'm listening to this movie and I was like, I'm actually like, I feel like the music's been fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're almost done with the movie. I'm like, what
a lot
the
of
heck?
punk rock.
We finally get right to the end. There's a cool sequence where Kara is throwing people around.
Yeah.
She has like some moments visually where you're like, man, I really see the Supergirl thing. I like that. And that was like the one point in the movie. Do you know what's the funniest part about it? Is it was the one point in the movie where I went, you know what? I really liked what I just saw there. That was the one time in the movie I thought, I really like that. Mm-hmm. And immediately after they do that, they do a needle drop right into, I don't even remember what the song was, but it was a cover of it.
It just takes some time. It was awful. It was so terrible, dude.
Dude, it literally felt like a fake edit. Like
everything will be all right, and she's just clubbing into people.
Do you ever see those videos where they're like, "This is proof that movies aren't scary," or it's the music behind it, and it'll be like they'll put like some stupid song behind it. Mm-hmm. It felt like I was watching one of those videos where they're like, proof that these movies, aren't some big deal. When I put another song behind it.
Yes,
that's what it felt like.
Yes, it was like a SoundCloud
it just
thing.
Takes...
Just a little guitar playing, a cute little guitar playing in the background. Yeah. If you put the Superman theme that was in the movie last year over that scene,
gosh,
it's one of the best superhero scenes we've gotten from DC in a long time.
It was so bad.
It ruined the entire final sequence.
And do you agree with what I was saying? It was the best the movie was right before that needle drop.
Yep.
It was so good,
dude. I was like, oh, okay, so at least we built to this.
I love that move that they've gotten down with the flying mechanics, where they do that spinning, like whipping around and constantly throwing into the ground. It was so good.
Yeah, there was one point where she was laying into the villain,
and then they do something similar, and she kind of comes up. The sun's behind her. She's got the suit on and stuff, and you're like, this looks great.
It's awesome.
And then
you just hear that G chord come into the background, and you want to poison yourself.
Also,
it's really terrible.
Let's talk about, before we wrap with this, let's talk about Jason Momoa's Lobo.
Sure.
What did you think?
I was a fan. Now, he's ridiculous, and the character is like it's not like an iconic villain performance. It's just ridiculous. No. But there's nobody else that could have or should have played Lobo. Like, I'll say that. Like, if you're gonna put Lobo into a movie, it should be Jason Momoa, and he should be played like that. But the problem is, I think I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and I'm like, you know what? Like, dream casting, match made in heaven. I'm just not sure certain things need to be adapted.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had this happen in sports? Sometimes with free agency or trades, there is like a huge guy, and you're like, I think this guy is going to be like a glue piece. Like, this guy's going to fit in so well. He comes over, and you're like, okay. You're like, he's good. Mm-hmm. But you're like, I really thought it was going to be like this.
Right, I hope he's not just all muscle.
It's like, he helps, but like, I thought this was going to be this, and it just wasn't to me. Like, I just wasn't buying it.
I thought he was going to be aura farming the entire time, and there were only like a couple sequences where I really felt he was, and they were all like the computer-generated ones where Jason Momoa wasn't actually in the shot.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I think unfortunately he's one of those actors that I don't know how to say this. Like, I don't mean this meanly. I don't dislike the guy. He's just kind of been so typecast that, like,
Yeah.
I feel like I can't buy anything he does ever.
No. You know how The Rock reached a certain point where you're like, all right, well, he's just having fun doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You can't dog a guy for having fun doing what he's doing. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's distracting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, clearly, like, there's not a second of his screen time that passes by where you're not like, this dude's living out some childhood dream, man. Good for him. But then you're like, I can't focus. I can't focus right now. Yeah.
We were all laughing so hard at the, yeah.
It's just,
You know what he said?
It
He's
just
sitting up
kept
on
going in.
He's sitting up on the cliff.
yeah, there's a sequence at the end where he's kind of involved in the battle, and he ends up getting his bike back, and he gears it up, and he flies off the thing, and he flies away, and you think, oh, that's the last thing we've seen of Lobo. And then, like, at the very end, when Supergirl's coming into her own and having her big, like, hero moment, you all of a sudden you hear the hum of the motorcycle, and he comes up over the cliff, and you think, oh, the cavalry's here. He actually had a change of heart, and he's back to help. And then, like, the scene is literally just, like, her fighting and him just, like, watching on the cliff. And then at the end, and I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit the camera to come in close on me. He just, you want to actually do this?
No, you should.
Have the camera cut. I'm going to set the stage. So Supergirl's getting laid into, then she has her big coming of age moment. She starts laying into Krem. All of a sudden, she saves the day. The villain gets defeated. And after like 2 minutes of Lobo just sitting on the cliff, you think, is he going to get involved? The camera just cuts to him and pans it on his face, and it's just,
Yeah.
and then he just bikes off. And you're like, what a waste of time, dude.
What was that?
And I was like, what a waste of... I don't even want to
say
say...
yang.
Yeah, you can't even see anything. It's a dust cloud. The whole thing... the whole battle is engulfed in a dust cloud.
They cut behind him to a POV, and, like, you're like...
He's just watching a dust cloud. Yeah.
I felt like he should have been a little
Ridiculous.
more villainy than he was. A little more anti-hero.
A little more gritty.
He was too okay with helping.
Yes, you can be the anti-hero, but also kind of give off that vibe that, like, don't mess with me, though, because I'll kill you.
Right.
And he didn't give that
He didn't
off.
give it, no.
No, he didn't feel like a threat.
No, he didn't at all. And I wish we got that.
Even before they kind of joined forces, he
Right.
didn't feel like a threat.
Right.
And he does, like, some voices. You know how, like, Jared Leto's Joker used to do, like, those voices? Remember he's interrogating that one guy in Suicide Squad, and he's like... And he's, like, doing, like, that southern, like, drawl type thing?
Yes.
There's a point where Jason Momoa, Lobo picks up that girl, and he starts talking to her, and, like, he does that. He does the voice. He does that southern voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's doing bits right now. Like, Lobo's doing freaking bits.
That's what it feels like. It feels like Jason Momoa, Jason Momoa walks in, he's like, I'm just gonna do my thing.
Yeah, just do whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
Do whatever you want, Jason.
I'm gonna do this one Jason Momoa style.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
Mike's way. It's like
Yes.
the Mike's way. They're like, oh, you're gonna do it Momoa style? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But it's every single movie he does.
And it worked for Aquaman, because Aquaman's kind of a goofball. And it worked for...
I thought it worked well for Aquaman because I don't care about Aquaman.
Right.
And it worked well because I was like, oh, it's Jason Momoa.
And it worked well for Minecraft movie, because that movie was made for people with...
Yeah, right. He's just very
you know,
unserious.
cranial deficiencies. And it doesn't work for Lobo, because Lobo is kind of that quirky character in the comics, and he does have, like, the zany one-liners, but he's also, like, a demon. He's
right.
Like, he's a demon bounty hunter.
If they made him an ounce scarier, it would have worked.
He's a demon bounty...
He just seemed like the way they set it up was that he was going to be like some big drunkard behind the scenes, and he's got like no life, and you're like, oh, that's how it felt.
Yes.
Not like really behind the scenes. He's actually this cool, like, I don't know.
And there was a public conversation around social media when the first trailer dropped months ago, because people saw the first shot of Lobo and they scaled it up with, like, they turned the brightness up, because the first shot that they revealed him in was like he was in shadow. And people turned it up and they were like, oh, that's what he looks like? He looks like he's wearing a Party City outfit.
A little bit.
And to anyone who was, like, concerned that was just, like, pre-special effects, pre-makeup, pre-rap, whatever, pre-post production, there's moments where he's in the movie and you're like, he looks like a cosplayer.
He looks like the lion from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. He looks like
oh.
Yeah. It's like it's like the Rock in live action Moana. It's like, oh, there's Jason Momoa dressing as Lobo.
We might need to take a page from the Film Room Pod and do our, like, the appearances of the year. and start doing this for some of these things,
Yeah.
like the Jason Momoa and
Yeah.
when we get Moana next week.
Keep that locked into the far reaches of our brains for now. Yeah, I'm down. But that's Supergirl.
It is.
If you're thinking about going, taking the family to watch Supergirl this weekend, go ahead and skip it.
We're all good here.
Yeah,
We're all good here. There's
Yeah.
plenty of other good things to see.
yeah. But there you go.
How funny is it of all these big blockbusters we've been talking about? Literally every single thing we've seen recently outside of Obsession, which I don't even think was a blockbuster. Like it wasn't. Oh,
No,
it
accidental.
wasn't set up. Yeah,
Accidental
right.
blockbuster.
My favorite thing has been Masters of the Universe. How funny is that?
Dude, Masters
I
of
would
the
take it
Universe
over
it's still in my top
Supergirl,
10.
Disclosure Day. I'd take it over Mando and Grogu.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that funny?
I'd take it over Hoppers.
Yeah.
I took it over Hokum. I liked it more than Hokum.
I haven't seen it yet. Oh, I just got to check out one that you've seen. How to Make a Killing. I just watched.
What'd you think? It's nothing. It's not amazing. But it's
I
not,
disagree with your
It's
rating
not
a lot.
bad. Oh, really?
Yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay. Well, that's still 6 out of 10. That's fine.
That's okay.
That's all right. Yeah. Glenn Powell doesn't deserve that much. He doesn't deserve.
I don't like Glenn Powell that much.
He plays. He's in that Jason Momoa camp.
He is.
Let me just play myself, and y'all better be okay with it. Yeah.
I hate his grin. I hate his.
So irritating.
He like his face is. No offense to him, but like he's very punchable.
Let's watch ourselves here,
Sorry.
because anything that we say, there's people that are going to turn around and be like, oh, you're just jealous. And can I actually be totally honest?
Tell me.
My disliking of Glenn Powell's acting technique comes nowhere from a place of jealousy. It's more just like
Yeah, he just
when
bothers
you
me.
watch a movie, you want to see the character. You don't want to see the person every time.
Right.
And like it works for people like The Rock
It's a
because
stupid.
it's like, oh, it's
the
just The
grin
Rock.
he does.
Yeah, it's
The problem is he can do that grin when he's the
Top Gun Maverick guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can't do it when you're the likable whatever
No, dude.
you're supposed to be.
No. And what's so funny is he actually did an acting roundtable. I think it was with like Variety. You know how
Okay.
they do like those acting
Yeah,
roundtables
yeah.
or whatever it is, whatever that
right.
channel is. Vanity Fair might have been, and Harrison Ford was there, and like
Okay.
Coleman Domingo and Harrison Ford's.
Oh,
Giving,
what a
like,
crew!
it was great. You gotta watch it. It's very good. But Harrison Ford's giving like acting tips, and Glenn Powell's like leaning forward, and he's like, and I'm like, you're not taking notes, dude. Give me a break right now. Give me a break. If I ever see a movie where Glenn Powell's performance is on par with Harrison Ford's, I'll imagine the pig outside my house can fly too. But again, dude, I would just fast track the people we want to see, and then when you've established the Justice League and you have like a good, solid ground level enough arc, where you've established 10 or 11 heroes, that's a pretty good roster. Then start moving into the people, the lesser knowns, the Swamp Things and the this and the that. You know what I mean? Start digging into some of the people that we need to learn about so that you can create like a dark side level event. But enough with the messing around with people that we just don't want to see yet. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I didn't want to see Supergirl, but like not yet. Mm-hmm. Stop it. Just stop it. You know what I mean? Like stop approving these scripts that shouldn't. Finish Brave and the Bold. You know what I mean? And originally he announced it, this is going to be the Bat Family. We're setting up the Bat Family, so it's going to be Batman and his son Damian. I hate that, by the way. We're skipping Jason Todd, which is a huge arc. We're skipping Damian. I'm sorry, not skipping Damian Wayne. We're skipping Dick Grayson. We're skipping like at least 3 or 4 Robins to get to his son. It just doesn't work. Like, do that down the line, man. Because then you're already establishing that Batman's at least in his 40s right now. And that doesn't work for me. He should be, and we've said this before, we said it like a year ago when we were talking about Superman, he should be aging up with Superman. Mm-hmm. Like if Superman is 30 in this, 32, Batman should be a young guy as well. Mm-hmm. And they should be aging up together.
Right. And I guess this is part of my problem too with the whole thing is I don't mind. I get that it takes a while to get good scripts. I wish if we're doing a rebooted DC, like it was very quick that we went into Superman fresh off of other projects dropping from the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
Like it was 1 year in between stuff dropping. Mm-hmm. I wish we had taken longer to get this going and had everything, a vision fully set.
Yeah.
I don't like that we're going one at a time trying to figure things out on the go.
Right.
Why, if you're rebooting it? Like, Marvel can't do something like that because it's not a reboot. You literally had all the time. Like, do I love David Courtsworth? Yes. You could have waited another 2 years, though, and just seen what the landscape was then with having other things set.
Yeah.
Because to me, it feels like they don't have a clear set timeline at all.
They don't.
Otherwise, they would have dropped it.
James Gunn's already canceled like 3 projects.
Because think about it. Because the second they got Man of Tomorrow set, they already announced that right off right. Because they're trying to throw it out there.
Yeah.
They don't have anything set.
No.
Barely. So why are we rushing these other things? Like, I don't want there to be 3 Superman projects and then us never touch anything again. Like, my biggest gripe is I hate with Marvel that, like, we got those 3 Iron Man movies and then never get any other Iron Man content ever again throughout the thing except for Avengers. Yeah. Like, I wish, how much cooler could it have been if you had Iron Man 1, Avengers 1, Iron Man 2? You get to see them level up with these things happening. Like, right. I don't want to see Superman use all his movies now.
That's a great point.
And then not be up with these other things.
That's a great point,
because then you get it to what the Marvel problem was, is you've run out of the movies you can do.
That's why I'm nervous that they announced Brainiac for this, because he's like somebody that the Justice League could take on.
Right.
And right now it's just Superman and Supergirl. That makes me nervous, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're
I think we're getting Wonder Woman.
You're jumping in Man of Tomorrow.
The
thing is, we already know we're having John Stewart's in the movie.
Okay.
The actor who plays John Stewart is announced for Man of Tomorrow. So we already know that Green Lantern, Supergirl, and Superman are going to be fighting.
But I still think Wonder Woman's going to be in there.
Interesting.
You don't think so?
No, well,
I think they're going to take a page right out of Batman v Superman.
And you think it's the girl from Andor?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Oh, it'd be perfect. That's what I want.
I will say.
That's what I'm asking for.
Being in the middle of season 2 right now, which I am enjoying.
What did you think of the conclusion of season 1? Do you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Speech at the end?
Yeah.
Marva?
Yeah,
it was great.
It was good. I'm very sold on her being Wonder Woman.
She's perfect, dude, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she'd be great.
Yeah.
Guy can dream. Oh, well. But, yeah, what would you... So, any other projects that I didn't mention?
I like what you're saying. I would do a Supergirl thing, like...
Another Supergirl movie?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying I'm okay with them doing another Supergirl-like project in the mix of that.
Sure.
But again, give me like 2 of them under my belt.
Sure.
Like, you can almost go like every 2, you can add in one of those side projects, in my opinion. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my thought.
It's risky.
I like exactly what you said. I honestly, I don't mean to be generic. That's exactly what I would do.
Okay.
So I would do very similar. I didn't have the Flash idea. I like that because I feel like we've been missing a proper Flash thing for a while.
Okay.
So I'm with that.
There we go.
Next is we're doing something similar. What I'm going to be bringing up is the remnants of the last era, the Snyderverse. I'm going to bring you some actors, and you have 3 jobs, and I'll do it with you. We have that you can greenlight it, you can cut, or you can reboot.
Greenlight, cut, or reboot.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of these are straight up just their thing. There's a couple that there's like, I don't want to say caveats, but they're like slightly not exactly fitting the prompt, okay?
So would I want to see these people that played these characters from the Snyderverse to come back?
Come back, the actor come back and reboot it, or they're just done.
Interesting. And the character, and they never want to see the character again.
Yes.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
We're starting with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
I think it would be too distracting.
Really?
I associate her too synonymously with the Snyderverse.
Even though she's in...
Like, it would be weird seeing her interact with another
Squad?
Joker. You know what I mean? Like, it would be hard to wrap my head around it. Eventually you could get me there. Mm-hmm. But, like, I just think... And again, I think Margot Robbie... Again, she still looks exactly the same. I just think I'm thinking who could play her for the next 15 years. I just think Margot Robbie might have aged out of the role. I'm not saying she doesn't look the part right now, but I'm saying in 15 years, Margot Robbie's not going to want to play Harley Quinn.
Very fair.
I would. What was the option?
You can reboot or you can cut.
Is there a recast option? Is that Greenlight?
Yeah, that's what reboot is.
Okay, so I'd reboot. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, I'm rebooting that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna botch his name, but Zolo Marodania.
Oh, Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Blue Beetle. You want him back or not?
I think just Greenlight. I mean, what's the harm? You could very easily pass his movie as just like a... James Gunn tried to say originally that this was canonically the first film in the DCU. I think that's a hunk of crap. I think that's like just... He was trying to market the movie because he knew nobody was going to see it. No, there's no harm. I don't think enough people saw it. Like, I think you could introduce him as just a side character.
I don't love him.
I would just put him in the Justice Gang.
Oh, God.
Have him, like, only appear in the Justice Gang.
I'm getting so turned off to DC the longer we talk.
Doesn't it feel just ridiculous?
It does.
Sounds like
it just
ridiculous.
all sounds so awful.
Yeah.
I don't really love him. I don't dislike him. I could be sold.
I mean, there's nobody else who could play him. I think he's the perfect actor for him. I don't care about the character enough to say no.
Fair.
I'd say green light just because it's like, whatever, dude.
Get something else. John Cena as Peacemaker. We know it's part of the universe. Do you want to see him continue as this role as like a big thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
fully
I'd say,
greenlighting
yep,
that.
Yep,
okay.
fully greenlighting.
Okay.
I think there's no harm. I don't really like how much James Gunn's been leaning into him in the last couple of years. Again, it's just like him doing all of the projects with his buddies just to like have people to hang out with. Like it's like his own personal vendetta.
Right.
But like there's no harm in it. And John Cena plays the role very well.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to see Peacemaker again as anybody else. I think you've already established him. I don't care enough about the character to see him like rebooted and started over from scratch. You know?
I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd greenlight.
Okay. Zachary Levi is Shazam. I don't even know what they've said. I think they've just kind of said like Shazam's not really a thing, correct? Have they given us any indication?
They haven't totally written off Shazam as a character, but they wrote off Zachary Levi.
No, they did.
James Gunn did, like almost like mockingly, like was like, no, no, it's not happening. James Gunn like very, very publicly didn't like Fury of the Gods. Like joked about it as the movie was coming out. Like, yeah, we got Fury of the Gods coming out, you know what I mean? But then the DC starts, you know. I liked him in the role. I think he leaned a little bit too much into the goof element of like, oh, I'm a kid, but I look like a grown man. There's so many more elements to Shazam. Like when he's the hero, he's the hero. He's not like going to a gas station trying to buy beer because he looks the part. You know, like there's so much more to Shazam than that. I don't know who I would cast, but yeah, I would move off of Zachary Levi. So I'd probably reboot.
You'd reboot. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'd want him in there?
Probably.
Zachary Levi?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Oh, I'd reboot. Like, so I'd bring Shazam in, but I'd.
Oh, I see.
Right? You know what? I'd bring Shazam in, but I'd have him be played by somebody else.
I see. Okay, next we're doing Joe. I always mess up. Manganiello, as Deathstroke.
He was cool. Similar to Margot Robbie, I associate him too kind of close with the Snyderverse.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. He'd be cool if we ever did like the multiverse or what do they call it, the Elseworlds or whatever. Like
something like that.
He would be cool to like if the multiverse opened up to see him in like a portal or something. But like I think that would be the extent I would want to see him in that role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you greenlighting, or are you cutting this? Robert Pattinson as Batman in the DCU, just taking it.
I think I'm nah.
Just cutting.
I think we need somebody else.
Okay. All right.
Who's the guy? Brendan Skellner or Sklenner or Skellner? Or,
I've seen a lot.
You know
of
who I'm
people
talking
talk
about?
him.
He
Yes.
would be awesome. Oh, he'd be great. He'd be so good. Because he's not. It's not like people say like Henry Cavill should be like the next 007. Like it's like no, because clearly it's like Henry Cavill walks into a room like he doesn't blend in. You know what I mean? It's like hulking Henry Cavill walks into a room. It's like, well, I wonder who this guy is. You know what I mean? Like the cool thing about James Bond is because he can he can disappear anywhere. You know what I mean? He's unassuming, but then like he's like the debonair type guy when he needs to be. Henry Cavill is just like too on the nose. Like similarly, like I don't know. I just think. What was I trying to say? What were we talking about? Oh, Sklenner.
Yeah.
He plays off that like similarly like he plays that like he could play that unassuming Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like charismatic Bruce Wayne, but also like he has one of the best like deadpan faces I've seen to where like he could really play off
just
the
dead inside
the brokenness of Batman.
Right. Yep. I'm with that.
Sorry, the heat's getting to me.
Speaking of that, of him, Henry Cavill. Do you want to see him in any role? / down the line, would you ever want to see him reprise his role as Superman in a other situation?
Yes. Yeah.
All of the above?
I'd be so into seeing him back as Superman, just in any capacity. Like in a multiversal thing.
Okay.
That'd be so sick to see him interact with Corn Sweat. As like a Kingdom Come Superman. Like you know, like that variant that's like the older. Remember how they brought back similar to like how like Brendan Routh played Superman in Superman Returns, and then they brought him back like in the Flash or Arrowverse or whatever on TV in Superman and Lois. I would love to see Henry Cavill return like down the line, like years down the line as like an older Kingdom Come Superman. I think that would be so cool, dude. But any other role in DC? I remember people floating the idea around of him playing Batman, and that was interesting to me. Because I could see it. He could play absolute Batman. That'd be sick. But what would he play well? Unironically, he would probably be a good Darkseid.
The voice, yeah.
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 You probably could. Now you'd have to jump over a couple hurdles to get me to buy it. But I think like physically and
sure,
charismatically, he could play Darkseid very well. He could do Bane. He could do a killer Bane. It'd be weird seeing Henry Cavill like
that's so interesting.
Bald. But yeah, I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll cut it just because I don't know. I don't know if there's a world where I see him as anything.
You only want to see him as in a reprising the role situation.
I think that's the only way this works. I don't think I'd be able to see him as anything other.
Okay.
And I think if you get him back into the DC and you get him to play, like, I think it would be like we're too close to just having him back as Superman that like I can't enjoy it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree. I like that. There's
a certain sadness that came to seeing Andrew Garfield back as Spider-Man in No Way Home because you're like, well, he's never going to be he's never going to be the Spider-Man again.
Yes.
You know? So it's like it's a line you have to walk, but I don't know. Yeah. What about you? What about you with any of those? Would you any stand out to you? Any people that you
I would bring Margot Robbie back.
Yeah.
Again, dependent on her if she was willing to do it.
Yeah, right. Because
if she's willing to keep doing it for 10 years to even show up in 3 projects, I would do it.
Right.
But
that'd be cool.
I think she's great.
That would be cool.
Harley, but
yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
You know who was unfortunate that he didn't get more of a presence is Jeremy Irons as Alfred. He's such a cool voice. Just the guy who played Scar.
Yeah.
He's got such a cool presence on screen, and I thought that he played like a really cool, like Alfred in the comics is like an ex-military guy. So like he played like a very like weapons ops specialist type Alfred for Batman, like the tech guy, very well. I thought it was really cool. It's hard for me to buy sometimes that like. When in the old like Batman projects, Batman would be like calling into Alfred like, Alfred, I need the bat boat prepped, and then like Alfred's just in there like souping up the bat boat for Batman. Oh, the missiles are locked, sir. You know what? It's like you don't buy this 85-year-old man's like really prepping the missiles for Batman to take on Penguin. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like this Jeremy Irons, like you bought that like he has like a gun concealed in his boot or something. You know what I mean? Like he was cool. It was a bummer we didn't get more of him. Especially in that Batman v Superman Extended Edition, we get some more cool Batman Alfred interactions it's a missed opportunity. But I don't know.
What a movie.
DC. Where are we going? I don't know.
Tell you what, man, I really got nothing.
Yeah, but we got a very exciting July coming up. It all starts with Duck.
It always comes back to the duck.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, next time you hear from us, we'll be with them. So.
We'll be with them. Any parting thoughts?
No.
All right. Well, there you go.
Thank you all for listening.
Yeah.
But as always, continue to go support your local movie theaters, but absolutely do not see Supergirl.